Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, English Podcast.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Kevin.
Kevin, can I ask you a question?
I think that's becoming our tradition. Go ahead.
When was the last time you did something that scared you? Just a little.
That's a really good question. I'd probably say a few weeks ago. I agreed to give a presentation at work.
Really? Were you nervous?
Very. Even though I prepared for days, I still felt my heart beating faster.
But you did it.
I did. And afterwards, I realized it wasn't nearly as scary as I'd imagined.
Isn't that interesting? Sometimes the hardest part isn't doing the thing, it's deciding to do it.
Exactly. And I think that brings us perfectly to today's topic.
Today's episode is called Why Your Comfort Zone is Holding You Back.
I really like this topic because every single person has a comfort zone. Some people know it, others don't even realize they're living inside one.
And here's the surprising part. Your comfort zone often feels safe, but it doesn't always help you grow.
Sometimes the life you want is waiting just outside the place where you feel comfortable.
This episode is perfect for B1, B2 English learners.
And if you're a strong A2 learner, don't worry about understanding every word. Just relax, listen, and enjoy.
Whether you're walking, drinking coffee, commuting, or practicing English, thank you for joining us.
Let's begin.
Kevin, what exactly is a comfort zone?
That's a great question. I don't think it's really a place. I think it's a feeling. It's where everything feels familiar, everything feels safe, and we know what to expect.
So, it's the part of life where nothing really surprises us.
Exactly. Imagine you visit the same cafe every morning, the staff know your name, you order the same drink, you sit at the same table. Everything feels easy.
There's nothing wrong with that. We all enjoy feeling comfortable.
Of course, comfort isn't the enemy. The problem is when comfort becomes the only place we ever want to be.
I like that. Comfort isn't bad. Living only inside your comfort zone, that's the problem.
Exactly, because nothing really changes there. We have the same routines, the same conversations, the same experiences, day after day.
Our brains actually love routines. They're predictable, they're safe, and they save energy.
That's true. Our brains don't naturally ask, how can I grow? They usually ask, how can I stay safe?
Which explains why trying something new can feel so uncomfortable.
Exactly. Think about learning English. Listening to a podcast at home feels safe, but speaking English to a stranger, that's different.
Suddenly, your mind starts racing. What if I make a mistake? What if my pronunciation is wrong? What if they don't understand me?
It's amazing how quickly our imagination creates terrible stories.
It really does. And most of those stories never happen.
Exactly. Most people aren't judging us. They're simply living their own lives.
So often, the biggest obstacle isn't other people, it's our own thoughts.
I couldn't agree more. Sometimes we stop ourselves before anyone else has the chance to stop us.
That's a powerful thought. Sometimes the only thing between us and a better life is one uncomfortable step.
And maybe that's exactly why our comfort zone can hold us back.
I think you're right, because growth almost always begins where comfort ends.
And that's what we'll explore next. Why do so many people stay stuck for years, even when they know they want to change?
Let's find out. Kevin, why do you think so many people stay inside their comfort zone, even when they know they're unhappy?
I think it's because change feels uncertain, and uncertainty can be very frightening.
That's true. Our comfort zone might not be exciting, but at least it's familiar.
Exactly. Sometimes people stay in jobs they don't enjoy, not because they love them, but because they're afraid of starting again.
Others stay in unhealthy relationships, or they keep putting off their dreams because the unknown feels more frightening than their current situation.
It's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes we choose a problem we already know instead of a possibility we don't.
I never thought about it like that, but you're right. People often choose familiar discomfort instead of unfamiliar opportunity.
Exactly. Our brains often say, I know this isn't perfect, but at least I know what will happen.
And that feeling can keep us stuck for years. I remember when I first started learning another language, I was terrified of speaking.
Really? You seem so confident now.
Believe me, I wasn't. I'd spend hours studying grammar. I'd memorize new vocabulary, but whenever someone spoke to me, I'd suddenly forget everything.
I think many English learners will recognize that feeling.
Definitely. I kept thinking, I'll speak when I'm better. But the funny thing was, I only became better after I started speaking.
That's such an important lesson. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes because of action.
Here's another mistake people make. They think leaving their comfort zone means doing something huge.
Like quitting your job tomorrow or moving to another country?
Exactly. Those things might happen one day, but that's not where growth usually begins.
Most growth starts with small decisions. Saying hello to someone new, trying a new hobby, speaking English for 5 minutes, reading one chapter of a book.
Small actions feel manageable, and when you repeat them, they slowly become part of who you are.
Rachel, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Have you ever regretted trying something new?
Honestly, not really. I've made mistakes, I've failed, I've felt embarrassed, but I've learned something every single time.
That's interesting, because when I look back at my own life, I don't regret the things I tried. I regret the opportunities I ignored.
I think that's true for many people. Years later, we rarely think, I wish I hadn't tried. Instead, we wonder, what would have happened if I had been a little braver?
That question, what if, can stay with us for years.
Which is why it's often better to try, even if the result isn't perfect.
Exactly, because every experience teaches you something. Success teaches you what works. Failure teaches you what to improve.
Either way, you grow. The only way not to grow is to do nothing.
There's another thing I've noticed. People often compare their beginning to someone else's middle.
Oh, that's so true. They watch someone speaking excellent English and think, I'll never sound like that.
But they forget that person was once a beginner too. They also made mistakes. They also felt nervous.
Everyone starts somewhere. Nobody begins as an expert.
So maybe the goal isn't to become fearless.
Exactly. The goal is simply to become comfortable with being a little uncomfortable.
I love that, because real growth always begins just outside your comfort zone.
And in the final part of today's episode, we'll share simple, practical ways to expand your comfort zone one small step at a time.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Kevin, if someone is listening right now and they're thinking, you're right, I do stay inside my comfort zone, where should they begin?
I'd say begin smaller than you think.
Smaller?
Yes, people often believe they need to make a huge change, but real growth usually begins with one small decision.
Can you give us an example?
Of course, if you're learning English, don't tell yourself, I'm going to study for 4 hours every day. Instead, say, I'm going to speak English for 5 minutes.
That sounds much more realistic.
Exactly. Small goals are easier to start, and once you start, it's often easier to continue.
I think that's true for almost everything. If you want to exercise, start with a short walk. If you want to read more, read 1 page. If you want to become more confident, have 1 conversation.
Small actions don't seem very impressive, but they add up. 1 day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 month. Before you know it, your life looks completely different.
There's another thing that helps. Stop expecting yourself to be perfect.
That's an important one. Perfection keeps so many people stuck. They think, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all.
But perfection isn't the goal. Progress is.
Exactly. A conversation with mistakes is better than no conversation. A short workout is better than no workout. 10 minutes of practice is better than waiting for the perfect day.
Kevin, can I ask another question?
I was wondering when the next one was coming. Go ahead.
What's something you're still trying to improve?
I'd probably say being more comfortable with uncertainty. I like having a plan. I like knowing what's going to happen. But life doesn't always work that way.
I understand. I think many people feel the same. We like certainty, but growth often lives inside uncertainty.
Exactly. Every opportunity comes with a little uncertainty. A new job, a new friendship, learning a new skill, traveling somewhere new. You never know exactly how things will turn out.
And maybe that's okay. Maybe life is supposed to feel a little uncertain sometimes.
I like that, because if we wait until we feel completely ready, we might wait forever.
That's true. Sometimes the best moment to begin is simply today.
I'd like to leave our listeners with one thought. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Would you rather look back and say, I'm glad I tried, or I wish I'd started?
That's a powerful question, because one small decision today could change where you are next year.
Exactly. Your comfort zone will always feel inviting, but remember, your dreams are usually waiting just beyond it.
So take one small step, then another, and another. You don't need to be fearless, you just need to be willing to begin.
Before we finish, it's time for today's Word Walk. We'll look at 5 useful words from today's episode. Let's do it. First word, familiar.
Familiar means something you already know well. For example, this place feels familiar.
The opposite is unfamiliar. Word 2, uncertainty.
Uncertainty means not knowing what will happen. Example, starting a new job can bring a lot of uncertainty.
A great word for everyday English. Word 3, opportunity.
An opportunity is a chance to do something good. Example, learning English opens new opportunities.
And that's exactly why so many people study English. Next word, progress.
Progress means moving forward or improving. Example, I'm making good progress with my English.
Remember, progress is more important than perfection. Word 5, courage.
Courage means being brave even when you're afraid. Example, it took courage to speak English for the first time.
And courage gets stronger every time you use it. We hope today's conversation reminded you that growth doesn't happen inside your comfort zone. It begins with one small, brave step.
Whether that step is speaking English, trying something new, or believing in yourself, remember, you don't have to be perfect, you simply have to begin.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and join us again next time. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Rachel. You've been listening to the English Goal podcast.
And remember, your English goal
And your life goal
are both closer than you think.